Alright guys, welcome back. So, yeah, what I actually am trying now is to do just a single stream. So in the past the double stream to Twitch and YouTube was working perfectly fine, but yeah, I just had a little discussion with my ChatGPT and the suggestion was that it might be the double stream, which is the problem. So ChatGPT guessed that as my internet connection, I did try it with this O-class speed test and it worked perfectly fine, no problem to be seen. So the guess of ChatGPT was that it's not some problem in here with my local network, but some server on the way. So the signal travels from here to some kind of, I don't know what hub, and from there to Frankfurt, and from there to Twitch servers, and on that way somewhere there might be problems. And so in principle the suggestion was that I manually choose another, well, server which I would address. But obviously this is not possible as long as you are in multi-stream. And yeah, so I switched back to single stream, just streaming on Twitch, and the hope is now that the manual choice of the proper server now is working better. And at the moment it looks alright. I don't get any reports on frame drops. At least not critical. Well, I still get... Nah, they're all half an hour ago. These reports are all coming from back then, when I stopped that last stream, and at the moment I don't get any frame drop reports. Yeah, okay. Interesting. So streaming on YouTube at the same time might actually be an issue. And now everything seems to be pretty stable. Alright, there. This guy is coming in. Yeah, and I was asking the question whether this is a Liberty or a C3, and yeah, it's a C3, right? We can give a guess on the angle on bow at the moment, but we could not measure the distance like that, so we would have to switch to the attack periscope. But let's first check if there is any surprises coming in from anywhere else. Okay, that guy seems to have passed by without noticing us. And this one is passing by, hopefully not noticing us. That was also an escort. That was also a man of war. More ships. that's a man of war as well, is it? And that might be critical. That guy is also heading towards us. Frank Lever is the name. That's the guy that I want to get. So Captain, please change for the attack periscope, and the bosun, please go for the calculator. Torpedo calculator. This is them. And that's him. Okay, alright. It's the Liberty. It's 6 knots. And it's speeding by now. Let's see what we can do in terms of distance measurement in this bad illumination. It's very close.
Entfernung 9, 6, 8 Meter. Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Geschwindigkeit
bow,
6
pretty shallow.
Knoten.
Another guess of the distance. Something like that, right?
Aktualisieren. Entfernung zum Ziel 7, 8, 9 Meter. Gegnerlage 8, 0, Bug rechts.
I'm not very sure about the angle on bow.
Rohr 1 bewässern.
What's the depth? The draught 7.5.
Los! Rohr 2 bewässern. Los! Rohr 3 bewässern. 40 Sekunden bis Torpedoeinschlag. 40 Sekunden bis Torpedoeinschlag.
Rohr 3 bewässert.
Los! 30 Sekunden. 30 Sekunden. Ja. Feindliches Schiff getroffen.
Korvette, 10 Grad.
Schwere Schäden. Treffer.
Zerstörer, 345
Schwere
Grad.
Schäden. 40 Sekunden bis Top.
Wow. Two hits. And third hit as well. Wow. 3 torpedoes fired. And 3 hits. So that one is definitely going down.
Ja.
There is another one.
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung. Erwarte Ihre Befehle.
miss. They are evacuating.
Ja. Bestätige.
Okay, guy, who are you?
Zerstörer, 330 Grad.
I think it's this one. Also velocity of 6 probably. Angle on bow. Give it a guesstimate. What about the distance?
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Entfernung 168, 1 Meter.
Okay.
Hüllenbruch. Sie sinken.
Herr Kaloy, feindliche Schiffe geben Alarm.
Zeit, unseren Mut zu testen, Männer. Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Geschwindigkeit 6 Knoten. Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Entfernung 1, 4, 2, 6 Meter. Rohr 4 bewässern.
It's 8. Let's do a draw of 8.
Rohr 4 bewässert. Rohr 1 geladen.
Los! Rohr 1 bewässern.
Rohr 1 bewässert.
Los!
Okay.
Geladen.
Now he's
Rohr
changing
2
course.
bewässern. 40 Sekunden bis Torpedoeinschlag.
Rohr 2 bewässert.
.30 Sekunden. Los! 40 Sekunden bis Torpedoeinschlag. 20 Sekunden. Sekunden. 10 Sekunden bis Einschlag. Ja. 20 Sekunden. Schuss.
Okay, that was a miss. But by far,
Ja.
was another miss, right? That was close. That was almost a hit.
Der Torpedo ist auf halbem Weg. Ja. 40 Sekunden bis Torpedoeinschlag.
Don't think that this is gonna hit. That was too much from the hip. Hey, the torpedo is turning.
10 Sekunden bis Einschlag.
How could that be? But it will be a close miss still. It will still be a close miss. Oh shit. Almost. Almost.
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
Maybe we could fire a stern torpedo. But you, guy, you look like a nice target. Let's reduce speed. Let's also guess that their velocity is something like 6. The angle on bow is something like that. What type of ship is it? It's a C3, right? This is now a C3. Now this gives us the ability to guess the distance.
Aktualisieren. Entfernung 1,
Herr Kaloy,
3, 5,
feindliche
4
Schiffe geben
Meter.
Alarm.
Gegnerlage 1, 0,
Broad
6, links.
7.5.
Bleibt wachsam, aber keine Panik. Wir machen das schon. Rohr 5 bewässern. Rohr 5 bewässert. Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Lage 6, 7, Bug links. Geschwindigkeit 6 Knoten.
Rohr 1 gewartet.
Los! Ja. Ja.
Kommandant, wir wurden von Estek geortet.
Were we? Okay. Yeah, equalizing. Yeah, sorry, I was a little bit busy. Oh shit, no. It's homing in onto another. Let's just hope that it's not gonna home in for us. And
Herr Kaloi, wir wurden entdeckt.
Keine Panik. Konzentriert euch auf eure Aufgaben. Der Torpedo ist auf halbem Weg.
don't know why he didn't go for that one. So I think the stream is pretty stable by now, isn't it?
40 Sekunden.
But yeah, sorry for the guys at YouTube. At the moment I'm only streaming on Twitch. So it would be nice if you could give me some feedback about the quality. But I guess it should be alright, should be much better by now. Yeah, there could be some ship astern.
Ja. Fehlschuss.
Oh, I don't think that it is really a miss. Still a chance to get that one. I think the torpedo does have the range to actually hit that guy. Question is whether this hit is gonna be sufficient to stop that ship. Probably not sufficient to sink it. There we go. Serious damage, that's good. And the propeller seems to have stopped. I think the propeller's not moving anymore. That's the most important thing.
Ja.
Herr Kapitän?
Oh no, oh shit. It's already loaded. But it needs maintenance.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloi.
Okay, there is military. Another military passing by rather close.
Freigeladen. Torpedorohr 5 gewartet.
could go in for that one.
Herr Kapitän? Natürlich, Herr Kaloin. Wird erledigt, Herr Kaloin.
Torpedorohr 3 gewartet.
Yeah, I could try to get that one a hit. It's another C3. Velocity will also be roughly 6. And the angle on bow at the moment is something like that. And the distance.
Die Besatzung evakuiert das Schiff.
Nice.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Entfernung 8, 9, 5 Meter.
Torpedorohr 4 gewartet.
Rohr 5 bewässern. Aktualisieren. Lage 6, 7, Bug links. Los! Ja.
Looks like we sank a second one.
Sekunden. 20 Sekunden. 10 Sekunden bis Einschlag.
Okay, please, guy. Minimal damage, that's not good. That means that probably the guy... Oh, the propeller's not moving anymore still. Hey, Lord of Choco! Ah, no idea, no idea. Yeah, great to have you in. So I had some technical problems in the beginning. I was streaming, like in the past I used to do dual streaming into Twitch and into YouTube. But yeah, yesterday and today I got quite... They are syncing, look at that. I got quite some problems with lag, or well, information getting lost and pixelation from your point of view. Yeah, dropped frames actually. And this is why I'm right now doing only the single stream on Twitch, and the YouTube guys are not with us. I'm sorry for you, but yeah, so I just restarted this stream something like half an hour ago. That's maybe why it's not that populated. But great to have you in. Come on, let's give it another save. We are not doing too bad. If I turn around for 90 degrees, I might get a nice shot.
Erfolgreich abgeschlossen. Machen wir weiter so.
Höhenbruch. Sie sinken.
Okay, I sank quite 2 big babies. Okay, in the report it says only 2 of them, and the sum of them doesn't give 10,000, but the third ship must have been sinking just the same. So I would like to try to sink this one just as well. Yeah, we finished the mission actually, as it looks like. Yeah, what about the torpedoes? Yeah, they're all well maintained. T1, T1, T3, T3. 1 and 4 is T1. Good to know. Keep that in mind, and let's see if we can fire another one. Did we hit that one? Is it sinking? And this is the one that I want to get. But at the moment, I'm not in the best angle to actually score a hit on that one. Let's always do the sweep, never get the tunnel vision. Velocity will be 6. Can we really get that one? Not sure. Ah, it's passing. It is passing. I don't think that we get a good shot on that one, but maybe on that one at 60 degrees.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
So this guy being at 60 degrees, like that.
diese Koordinaten setzen.
Yeah, maybe we can sink this one just as well. What's the matter up on that ship? Is there a fire raging on the deck? No. Not good. Not good. That guy is accompanied by a destroyer. Not good. So where to go? There is a lot of stuff going on.
Kommandant, wir wurden von Estik geortet.
Oh shit, we were pinged. Yeah, these escorts, they are so fast, they are so agile. Yeah, a lot of choco. Can't really answer that one. I
Herr Kaloy,
never knew
feindliche
that,
Schiffe machen sich gefechtsbereit.
to be
Keine
honest.
Panik. Konzentriert
But
euch auf
nevertheless,
eure Aufgaben.
glad to have you in. I hope you had a good week. Yeah, we are almost through with this week.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
All right, there we get the ping. There we get the ping. That guy is.
Kommandant, wir wurden von Estik geortet.
It's another Liberty Velocity 6 angle on bow at the moment. I would say, I don't know, something like 40 wild guesses. The guy is zigzagging. And it looks like he's just turning around against us again. That is pretty risky what I'm doing here. Yeah, we can get a decent distance reading.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Entfernung zum Ziel. 7, 7, 6 Meter. Gegnerlage 4,
Depth
7,
7,
rechts.
5.
Rohr 1 bewässern.
Rohr 1 bewässert.
So,
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Lage 5, 2, Bug rechts. Gegnerfahrt 6 Knoten.
it's so risky what I'm doing here. Why don't I get the torpedo solution, guys? Hey, flank.
Herr Kaloy, feindliche Schiffe machen sich gefechtsbereit.
Yes.
Das wird nicht einfach, aber wir haben schon Schlimmeres überstanden. Lasst uns ruhig bleiben.
Kommandant, wir wurden von Estek geortet.
Oh shit, this is not good.
Los! 40 Sekunden bis Torpedoeinschlag. Rohr 2 bewässern. 30 Sekunden.
Rohr 2 bewässert.
Los! Rohr 3 bewässern. 20 Sekunden. Torpedoversager. Los! Rohr 4 bewässern. 40 Sekunden bis Torpedoeinschlag.
Rohr 4 bewässert.
Los! 30 Sekunden. 40 Sekunden bis Torpedoeinschlag. Feindliches Schiff getroffen. Feuer an Deck. Schwere Schäden.
Herr Kaloy, feindliche Schiffe machen sich gefechtsbereit.
30 Sekunden. 40 Sekunden bis Torpedoeinschlag. Feindliches Schiff getroffen.
Schwere Schäden.
Tauchen auf 150 Meter.
30 Sekunden.
Keine Panik. Konzentriert euch auf eure Aufgaben.
Treffer. Ja, schwere Schäden.
Wow.
Wasserbomben. Sehr nah. Schraubengeräusche. Direkt über uns. Aktuelle Sicht 40 Meter.
Lenzpumpe einschalten.
60
Boah.
Meter.
Meter.
Wasserbomben. Sehr nah.
Alarm. Close bulkheads. Dive planes manual. Silent run enabled.
95 Meter.
Yeah, that was quite some action up to now.
Aktuelle Tiefe 105 Meter. Ich benötige Ihre Unterstützung. Folgen Sie mir.
Verstanden. Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Kaloy. 115 Meter.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
Pumps turned off again, very good. So we are silent now.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen. ...130 Meter.
Okay, see? 22 to 37, which means that we have sunk 15,000 tons. Which is more than we actually have displayed here.
Meter. 145 Meter. Meter.
Now the question is, do we get away from this? That was quite a lot of escorts. So we were, yeah, pretty professional or pretty lucky. Or pretty much of both, maybe. Yeah, we sneakily got in. They didn't recognize us. The moon, the full moon, helped us so that we could actually dive in and use the periscope. I started with the observation periscope and then switched to the attack periscope. And that was working fine with the moon high up. I'm playing almost maximum difficulty level Dark Nights. So when you have no moon, you couldn't have done that attack. Discipline, oh, it's alright. We got a plus for bounty hunting, for sinking so many ships. So the current depth of 140 meters worries the crew. That really decreases discipline delta. Yeah, when you're on battle stations, the galley is off and would not account for any positive delta of the discipline. Now some ship is coming in straight above us. Yeah, no worries, this is only flares being fired. It sounds so frightening, but it's just the flares. Yeah, exploding depth charge, but luckily at the moment not too close.
Aktuelle Tiefe 150 Meter.
Schraubengeräusche direkt über uns.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen. 145 Meter. Letztpumpe einschalten.
Somebody please turn on the pumps. While they are straight above us, they are creating so much noise. We could just turn on the pumps and go flank to evade their depth charges. Hey, wow! So, that's amazing. Not giving them shore leave for 2 years. You're really a tough commander. They seem to be pretty pissed off. They really want to know it. They really want to destroy us. Depth charges even more.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Wow, that scared me. Although it was just the flares. Yeah, that's my issue as well, Lord of Choco. I never get the crew to the limits. Even now, they are not yet strained and stressed at all.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
Yeah, let's reduce speed again. Let's do the sneaky thing once more.
Schraubengeräusche direkt über uns. Wasserbomben in beträchtlicher Entfernung.
Schneller.
Wasserbomben sehr nah.
If they're dropping depth charges in
Koordinaten.
quite some distance, it might well be that there is another German submarine around. Okay, Lord of Choco. Nevertheless, it was great that you dropped in. Nice to hear from you. So have a good night and maybe see you tomorrow. Definitely gonna stream tomorrow. These depth charges are relatively close, I would say. But up to now, they seem to underestimate our ability to go deep. Let's see. We are being pinged. There were quite a lot of escorts, so we were pretty lucky. I mean, it's also a bit of experience, but it's also a matter of good or bad luck, and we were quite lucky that we got in without being detected. And it was nighttime, so they couldn't spot our periscope, and it was still the moon up, so we had just barely sufficient light to make out our targets. So that was perfect night attack weather. More and more depth charges around. They are really giving us a hard time, I would say. Let me be AFK for just 1 minute. Wow, that's so hard now. Yeah, there are still explosions pretty close. But sooner or later they have to abandon me. The convoy is going on to the northeast, and yeah, they can't chase me endlessly. They, at one point, they have to stick to their convoy. Air quality 80%. That's still pretty uncritical.
Kommandant, wir wurden entdeckt.
Were we? I doubt it. just flares.
Aktuelle Tiefe 140 Meter.
Yeah, storm torpedoes are completely empty. And I think in the 4 torpedoes we still have 2 torpedoes in the stores. But all tubes empty. Oh.
Kommandant, wir wurden von Estig geortet. Ich brauche Hilfe!
Shit.
Ich bin verletzt, ich brauche Hilfe.
Okay, we've got injuries. Who is injured? Okay, these guys are actually checking for hidden flaws. Okay, at the moment I don't see who is actually injured. Guys. At the moment.
Kommandant, wir wurden von Estig geortet. Wasserbomben in beträchtlicher Entfernung.
130 Meter. Tauchen auf 150 Meter.
Okay, sounds like, looks like we're lucky. Didn't get any damages. And no. Injuries, or only minor injuries, obviously. There is something with the torpedo tubes.
Bugrohre wieder einsatzbereit.
Very good. Mr. Luther gets some experience for that.
Beträchtlicher Entfernung.
Okay, so we were quite lucky with that. With that barrage of depth charges.
Langsame Fahrt voraus.
Let's do the sneaky thing again. Let's give it another save. 266.
140 Meter.
Wasserbomben in beträchtlicher Entfernung.
Yeah, either they're just confused and don't know where to search for me,
40 Meter.
or more probable that there is another submarine, at least one more submarine, which they are chasing just as well. So allow me at that point to be AFK for 1 minute. Alright, back again. Let's see that we get out of this alive. Next time we have a destroyer right above us, throwing depth charges. We're gonna turn on the pump again. They are depth charging another German submarine, probably.
Aktuelle Tiefe 150 Meter.
Yeah, it's 5 o'clock in the morning by now. In game.
140 Meter.
In real life, it's 3 o'clock in the morning around here.
Wasserbomben in beträchtlicher Entfernung.
Meter.
Yeah, when the propellers are right above us, they couldn't hear us, even if we make a hell of a noise. There are still several escorts up there searching for us. get a little bit deeper, guys.
Aktuelle Tiefe 150 Meter.
They are not too close yet. Going that deep really frightens the crew. Current depth now accounts with 51, minus 51 of discipline. Yeah, let's get a little bit further up.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
Schraubengeräusche direkt über uns. 145.
Okay, just check the depth of the seabed. It's 2,500 to 3,000 meters. That's unfathomable depths. So, no seabed to hide on. Oxygen level, well, still close to 80%. All right.
145 Meter.
Mr. Vogel is already level 2. I don't know, I think you could promote these guys to be officers, couldn't you? I don't know, I thought you could, but don't see how. guys. They must leave us alone sooner or later. They have to stick to their convoy, and the convoy will just dumbly go on their course. That's their job. The creaking of the structure. Alright guys, so now that I did the Twitch stream only. Things seem to be pretty stable. And it's getting late. I have to turn in. I still have to work tomorrow. I'm gonna do home office, which means I don't have an hour's drive to work, and I can start a little bit later, so it's perfectly fine to do a little bit of a late night stream on Thursday nights. But now I finally have to turn in. So guys, it was a pleasure to have you. Sorry for that interruption in the middle. So we had a little bit of some technical problems in the first stream tonight. I think the second one was alright. I hope so. At least I didn't get any trouble messages from
Feindliche Schiffe machen sich gefechtsbereit.
Streamlabs.
Kommandant, wir wurden von Estik geortet.
Yeah, come on, let's give it one save. And see you guys. Maybe tomorrow, or maybe I should better say today. So, have a good night and see you then. Bye bye.